Joe Blackula.
I did move a little bit.
You really are. I got you reframed.
Okay.
That didn't sound like fire.
It didn't. You crack yourself up.
Because just so like you said, the sounds of the neighbor, like
The sounds of the city.
me and you, neither one of us flinched.
Now, I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. But shoot, because we should flinch if we hear a gunshot. That says a lot about where we are, where we come from. We supposed to be running to the car. We like, shh.
I learned the hard way, man.
Joe Blackula, also known as Jonathan 2X.
Got it.
So when I say you first time, I can say that. But if I say you after that, am I using Joe Blackula or am I using Jonathan 2X?
I'm always Joe Blackula, also known as Jonathan 2X.
Every time I say your name.
Just as your name.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm clear.
It's constantly gonna be no.
Somebody sensitive about that.
No, that's not. No, I'm giving you. You're never gonna hear me call you Ebonie Kelley. You're never gonna hear me say that.
You call me Ebonie.
I'm either gonna call you Ebonie.
Okay, go ahead.
Or Ebonie Sara Louise Kelley. As far as I'm concerned, it's always gonna be Ebonie Sara Louise Kelley.
Okay.
So, how do we start that? Like, what brought you to this point? Like.
I think it has to be something about me saying something about who my producer and my content manager,
all right, so then
my content supervisor.
Like, so how did all this? Like, okay, you going into TV shows. The initial thought was, the initial concept. Here's the question: the initial idea was going to be a radio show. And then you say, well, actually, I was working on a blog or something like that. You've been, just something where we get to the whole publicist, like whatever. We got to come up with the question for that.
We got to come up with the question.
That's gonna lay out the answer.
Right. So now, is this the quick question answer? Or is this the whole?
This whole episode is going to be about the Chef Judson and then Danielle.
So we're going with Chef Judson first.
Yes.
Okay.
So let me think though. Here's the thing. We gotta get it done in 10 minutes.
I think Chef Judson not gonna be that long.
Okay. So because that's what I said on the polo. The first interview, 18:30. But this next part is gonna be 10 minutes.
Judson Todd Allen.
Yeah, is that it?
I think so. Yeah. Okay.
So that part of it gotta be 10 minutes between him and Danielle.
Okay, I can do that because hers will be a little longer.
Okay.
Are you gonna ask the question? I just started.
We're gonna come up with the question.
Okay.
But we'll come up with the question.
Okay. So just start. Let me tell you how I met. So it started on January 27th.
What year?
I gotta remember that. I gotta remember I'm not talking a year at times. I gotta remember that information out. Okay, so it started January 27th of this year, 2018. I received a text from one of my brothers in Christ, Chef Judson Todd Allen. We went to Valley Kingdom together, and he remembered I was in radio, so he reached out to me and asked me could I help him promote his book. He asked me could I get some radio time, and instead of telling him I no longer work for the radio station, I said, you know what, this would be a good opportunity to see the kind of relationships I still have. So he told me when he got back in Chicago he would hit me up. So he reached out to me in February. And he said, I'm in town, can you get me on the radio? So I reached out to some of my connections at V103, Inspiration 1390, WGCI, and he got a couple of interviews, and he was very excited about that. So one point in time, I tried to get him an interview with, what's her name? Oh my God, what's her name? So I was also trying to get him an interview with Marcella Jones on Inspiration 1390. But because he had just interviewed with Sonia Blakey, it was too close. So what Marcella did is Marcella gave me a connection. She told me to call Dennis Snipe at WKKC to get him an interview. So I called Dennis Snipe and I let him know who I was. So I presented myself to be, you know, a publicist. I have a client that is looking for airtime. Can you help me? And he said, sure. I sent him all the information. We set the date. The date was March 5th. That day, Chef Justin was ready to go to the studio, to the station, and I wasn't gonna go. I didn't have any gas money, and I kind of wasn't feeling myself that day. That was one of them days I just wasn't feeling it to go. And I kept piddling around, and something just told me, Holy Spirit told me to go. And I didn't have a car at the time, so I got my mom's car, and I met Chef Justin at the station. And I walked in and we're sitting there doing paperwork and we haven't seen each other in a long time. He was really excited that I was helping him out. And then we went back into the studio. And as we walked to the studio, I sat down in the seat. Chef Justin sat in his seat and we were kind of waiting for things to happen. And this guy was kind of looking at me crazy. And I didn't know why, but I knew it was something. And I don't know how it actually came up, but at the end of the day, they wanted me out the room. He wanted me out the room. It was the producer of FocusTalk TV, and he wanted me out the room, and I was kind of executive. I gotta remember that. Executive producer, and he wanted me out the room because they were in their flow, and I'm just being me. Ebonie Sara Louise Kelley, happy Friday, happy Tuesday. I wanted to be involved in everything. And when I walked out the room, I saw the executive producer. I saw him moving around. He was touching cameras. He was going from one room to another. And I'm saying to myself, who is this dude? So as I continue to watch him, I'm like, man. So the interview started and I wasn't involved in the interview. So I went in the other room where the executive producer was. And I just said, man, who are you? I got to know who you are. Like, what do you do? And that's when he told me. His name was, he's Joe, executive producer. He was Joe Blackula, also known as Jonathan 2X. And I was just really enthused with like everything he was doing. So I asked him, like, what do you do? And that's when he gave me a little bit of history about who he is, a multimedia specialist. He was the executive producer of FocusTalk TV. And then he was in his laptop and I saw some visuals that he did, and he showed me some things in the suite that he was doing, and I just was so excited about meeting him. I was so excited about seeing the things that he did. So I just took a moment and I took a chance to see if he could help me. And I asked him, I told him, hey, I'm Ebonie Sara Louise Kelley. I'm working on a blog. I'm working on some things, and I just want to see if can we connect? Can I get your email address, get your phone number? And he gave it to me, and we met a couple weeks after that. And we met at Starbucks, and it's been on and popping since then.
I'm going to say something about the bullshit meter that I told you.
See, I don't curse, so I got to say.
I know you can. That don't mean say bullshit meter. That's was BS meter. But that was the key.
You want me to say that part, okay?
Huh?
No, I'm thinking out loud what you're saying.
Because that was key, as far as I'm concerned. You need the towel again?
I think I'm okay. Not yet.
That was key for me.
That was really key for you.
That was very key for me because it normally goes off quick, and it didn't.
His bull crap meter?
Yeah, my BS. That's BS meter.
BS meter.
That's all.
I should say it. No, I'm just joking. I can't say it. That's very fun. Make me feel good. Okay, so I followed him into the other studio, and I saw him working in his laptop, and I just like, dude, who are you? I need to know who you are. And that's when he introduced himself to me as Joe Blackula, also known as Jonathan 2X, the executive producer for FocusTalk TV, and much, much more. He's a multimedia specialist. And as I was talking to him, I could tell I was kind of talking a lot, but I just kept going because I just saw an opportunity to be able to connect with him. So I just continued to talk. He showed me some visuals that he was doing and things like that. He walked out the studio, he came back, and I just asked him, can we connect? And he told me that his BS meter, is that what it is?
Yeah.
His BS meter didn't go off. So I was like, yay. And he said, yeah, he'll give me his email address. And we exchanged email addresses, and before I left, he told me to Google him, look him up.
Did you?
I did. I found out a lot of stuff about Joe Blackula. And I was really excited about it. And from then on, he asked me to send him an email telling him who I was. And I did that. And after that, I sent that email. It was a long email. And after that, we met. And now here we are. I now have TV shows.
What was the first meeting? What was that about?
Oh, I gotta do that. So we met at Starbucks. We met at Starbucks and I was so nervous because him telling me that his BS meter didn't go off, I know that anything that he ain't feeling, he ain't gonna be afraid to say and walk away or whatever. So I was just positioning myself to be able to bring me into the meeting so he can get to know who I was. All I knew is I wanted to do a blog that he shot down at the first meeting. There is no blog. You know, but now we have, I presented the radio show, he's producing my radio show, and this is why I have TV shows, and this is why I'm in front of the camera right now, because of what he brought to the table for Ebonie Sara Louise Kelley. So so I don't know why I wanted to skip stuff, but I can't skip nothing, because I tried to skip the BS meter, and I didn't talk about Starbucks, and I need to talk about that first meeting in your house when you talked for like 2 hours. But I needed it though. But yeah.
On the inside, was you screaming and whatnot? I'm serious.
I didn't know, like, okay, so after we left Starbucks, I knew what we were gonna do, what we said. But I didn't know you as a person. I didn't know your personality. I didn't know you as a producer. So when I got to your house that first day though, I found out, because you laid deep foundation of who you are, what you gonna do, what you not gonna do, what you pretty much gonna allow and not. Your time is precious and you don't spend time with everybody. That's what I got at that first meeting. So I need to hear all those things.
Yeah. Most importantly, we gotta come up with the question, because Dennis has to serve that out properly.
Serve it out properly. I love that. Okay. Yeah.
Now,
and then I can't leave Dennis out of that too.
No, absolutely not.
So I gotta make sure, because me and Dennis had we had 2 conversations. So I gotta
have to say that.
I know. Well, dang it, I know. He gonna really be like, you ain't say nothing about me. So I have to make sure, because we had a couple conversations. I was like, dang, dude, your voice. Is this after dark? I thought it was your voicemail. That's actually what I told him the first time. I thought this was your voicemail. But yeah, I'll say it was really nice. And because I asked him, could I bring more clients to him? I actually did. And he said, yeah. So I got to put that in there.
You had more clients? You got more clients?
No, but that was the whole thing. That was the whole thing I was doing.
Oh, yeah.
I had people that wanted to come, but we shot that down.
Yeah?
I need to talk about that. The blog and the publicist. Boop! Shot down at Starbucks. See, so what happens is, I have to look in front of the camera to still be me, just being conversational. And that's when I'm losing in all this. Because if I told that to somebody right now, I would hear everything.
But don't let the camera...
But I'm just saying, it's my blockage. I have to get out of that mindset. It's a blockage.
I get it.
Even though I'm the one that loves to be in front of the camera. Like now, it's serious business.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to see what you're learning. What we're learning is how to navigate within the confines. That's all. You just gotta learn how to navigate.
Right. So remember, it's everything that I said who I was, right? So think about it. Hear me out. This infamous box you always talk about, right? I always talk about.
Yeah.
You got time?
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about the box. But if you think about it, I'm going into the box.
Yeah.
So I'm battling with self.
Yeah.
I'm battling with self. Because I should be able to say anything I want to say as much time as I want to say it. No. You want to be on my show, you're gonna have to shorten all that stuff up, or we ain't gonna call you back.
Ooh. That's real talk.
I'm just being for real with you. Like, this is what I've been battling with the last 2 weeks.
And
So it's like you can't go in the box, but this box ain't that box. This is a different box.
It's a different box.
It's a box, but it's the presentation of the box that where it can take you. This box, the presentation of this box can take you. Right. This box was people. Right.
Yeah.
This box is people. Okay, you hear me?
Yeah.
So this box is, the more I confine myself to where I am right now, more people will see me. This box is, oh, you're not finna put me in no box because you trying to hold me back. See? So you see how they the same, but they on different, see my battle?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get past it, I know I am.
Well, at least
But it's real talk, like, yeah.
now this is what we gonna do. Today is July 6th, 5th,
2018.
2018. We have to remember to do another one. July 5th, inshallah, 2019. To see the growth. And God willing, we're going to do it right here. So we talking a year's worth of content right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this package together, these packages, into one long package.
You might have spit on yourself.
No, that's right.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cut them together. And then you're gonna watch this right before we come and do this again, so that you can say so that you can remember, you can recollect on where your mind was today as in comparison to where your mind is gonna be at on July 5th, 2019. That's gonna be dope. That's why I take this serious. Because we are putting this event, it's a time capsule. So overall, what do you think? Overall.
As far as overall, I'm excited. It's work to do. Like you said, a pre-production. You said that a couple of days ago. That pre-production, you do more work in pre-production than you do in production, and well, not post-production, but in production.
Yeah.
It's more work in pre-production.
Please believe.
And it's like I've been working on it. It's like my delivery is hard. Why is my delivery hard? Because of this box. I gotta get okay with this.
You will. That's a perfect way to end it.
I feel like crying.
What?
It ain't a bad cry.
You just said you feel like, okay, I'm about to end it. You say you feel like crying. What does that mean?
I just feel emotional right now.
Like good emotional?
It's good emotional. Just want to be great. Like, I don't want to miss this opportunity, by failing. And I know I'm not going to fail, but I don't know what the blockage is, but it's got to break. I got to break through this blockage. It's a blockage. I don't know. Just knowing the blockage it makes you emotional. It's all. It's good. I'm going to get past it. But what I did realize the other day is that you can't be great the first, second time, because if you're great the first, second time, you can't go nowhere.
No growth.
No growth. So that's what keeps me, yay! So I want to have growth. So that's it.
Joe. Blackula.